Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
What's going on? No, what's going on, Fitty?
Oh, man. Come on, man. This, week two. Yeah. Oh, completely different feelings.
Right. Before we get into the madness, anything good happened this weekend? Anything?
Rest.
Yeah.
I just had one of the roughest work weeks ever, and I just enjoyed some rest. I did get out and play some golf yesterday, though.
Okay, how'd you shoot?
Not bad. 92, which is deep. That's good golfing for me, so I'm happy.
Well, there you go. I'm glad to hear it. I didn't do shit this weekend. Tried to watch a little footy, relaxed, and so here we are. Tough loss. For Arsenal at the Britannia against Stoke City. It's always a tough place for us to go. It's officially, the sky is falling, on Twitter.
Right.
Everybody's going crazy. We lost. But, where I'm at with all this, Fitz. This is standard operating procedures.
Yeah.
Soon as he signed the 2-year contract, this is what was going to happen. It was going to be the same old, and I'm not angry. It's kind of like it's like dealing with Trump. Once he got elected, you just kind of keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best. And that's kind of where I'm at with Wenger once he signed that contract.
I mean, and the results are results, so you have to just take them, but. Redeeming factor in this one is that, refs were awful. They were awful. And, we definitely should have got at least a couple goals from just poor reffing.
I will definitely agree. With that. Excuse me. I can't even speak. But before we get into that, let's, what'd you think about the lineups? Were you, just because I liked Ramsey coming off the bench. I thought Ramsey off the bench would have been great again, except I got to admit, Ramsey was, for most of the game was all over the damn pitch, making runs and, getting shots on goal. And yeah, he was, typical Ramsey. He was, not typical with, bad kills and bad passes and bad touches, but, he was pretty solid out there as far as, his movement,
Yeah, definitely. And I think Wenger, I think he's already shown he's willing to play Lacazette in different places instead of right up top. So I kind of felt like this might have been a Giroud game,
Going against Stoke, physical side. Yeah,
just knowing Shawcross and is going to be physical and really going to be bumping, and he was a beast. He was a damn cheater. Well,
at least he didn't break anyone's leg. But the part of the lineup I found kind of head scratcher was at one point like Bellerin was on the left, and Ox was on the right. That whole thing was a trip. Like I used to, what's funny is I used to get on Wenger for not wanting to experiment with tactics and the side, formations and things like that. And for this whole time, he's never done anything. And now all of a sudden he's got Ox at left back, left wing back, we're playing 3 in the back. So it could be a situation now where, okay, we appreciate you, trying to, make some adjustments and switch things up, but maybe it's a little too much now. You know what I mean? Because I've never seen Bellerin on the left. He was there for a good stretch in the first. I thought I was like I thought I maybe took a little too much medicine in the morning. You know what I mean? Like a little, maybe I had a little too much. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, was that me or was Bellerin on the left? He was, right?
He was on the left, and now you're jogging my memory. The other big head scratcher, like what kind of shape is our defenders in?
Yeah,
we got Nacho Monreal in the middle of the center backs. You're playing you got Mustafi on the right, you got Monreal in the middle, and you got Kolasinac. On the left, and I'm just like thinking, like, why Monreal? Like, why him?
You got Blockhead on the left.
Charlie Blockhead.
I love that guy. He's a beast. But no, you're absolutely right. I was tripping, and Welbeck on the left. I know it works sometimes, but like you said, maybe Giroud down the middle, maybe Lacazette out there. Who knows? But I mean, it just all felt kind of weird.
Lacazette and Welbeck did switch.
Yeah, they interchanged. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
So like I was saying, like I think he's willing to play Lacazette, in different places, which I don't see any reason not to. He seems to be skilled with both feet and can go, he dribbles and so.
Oh yeah. The whole lineup was a trip. But all in all, I thought, in the first half, we created some good chances. I mean, throughout the game, we had something like 70-some% possession, which a lot of people said that doesn't mean anything. And it doesn't if you don't score, but it just shows that we really were in control of the game. Like, you can't really get as upset as people are getting on Twitter about, the state of Arsenal based on that game. Because we controlled the game. We just didn't take our chances, and we got robbed, like you were saying. And we're going to get to that here in a little bit, but what are some of your thoughts on the way we played in general?
Yeah, I mean, like for what I noted, basically was that early on, Stoke came out crazy aggressive, and but I thought Arsenal was really strong attacking. And, we were getting opportunities. They were throwing a lot. Arsenal was putting a lot of through balls, trying to get behind their back line. And I was loving that,
Yeah, no, I like some of the build up play. At some stages it was a little like, side to side, but I thought all in all, we were aggressive and trying to find that little through ball.
Yeah. Well, and I definitely noted like that type of play was more prevalent in the first half. Mm-hmm. As the game got on, especially in like the more middle of the game, it really kind of lulled. Everything kind of lulled, and like you said, we started going a lot of side to side passing, and and especially after Stoke scored the goal, then it was just park the bus, like.
Oh yeah. Then it got real hard to break them down. But even then, we still did create some chances. I wanna talk about. I just want to ask you. I just want to ask you a question because I don't know. It's something I think about. Like I wonder what the team does at halftime. Because it's like they go in there and act like they're getting their dick sucked. They're taking bong hits, and they just go out for the second half. It's like. Boom. A quick goal as soon as the second half starts. You know what I mean?
What I heard, now this is an inside source. I heard that this is what goes on at halftime. So when they get back to the locker room, there's like a little plate there that has like a box of raisins and some graham crackers.
Okay.
And a little tiny chocolate milk. And everybody's supposed to sit and eat their snacks. And every time Kolasinac, Blockhead, walks back there, he just reaches down and just swipes that shit off the plate.
On a serious though, I have no idea what we do at halftime. It's like we come. I mean, it's to the point now where like when when it's halftime here and I'm watching the game, I come back and I'm just kind of lackadaisical like the team. I'm real chill. I'm just like, everything's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like first 5 minutes of second half, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and I mean, I'm gonna also make sure I take the opportunity to point out, as I watched the game, I took little notes. So one of the things that I just noted at one point towards the end of the first half, I wrote one lazy player on the pitch, Xhaka, 3 times from lax play, gave up balls, and just, I mean, he was the one guy out there to me that just clearly was making some really lazy plays, didn't hustle.
No, he was awful.
I thought Xhaka had an awful game.
No, you could clearly see him at certain points of the game where, he wasn't backtracking properly, or it wasn't like he wasn't on full tilt. He didn't have that turbo button pressed, and he was just kind of cruising around out there. And, against Stoke, and, we got 73% possession. You can kind of do that, but I mean, you got to be turned on. You got to be turned on, especially when you play for a team that's constantly giving away dumb, stupid goals. At the worst, right. Everybody should be turned on constantly, but these are the things that constantly happen. The offsides call, very unlucky. Even though Laka's toe was offsides, technically, it's just always a trip to see the side judges, try to call it that quick. You know what I mean? It's just always weird.
Yeah. And I mean, from the way I understand it, which they don't always talk about that part of the call, is that, that like leaning, like your head was offsides, so you're offsides, Right. But generally from what I understand, is that's supposed to be counted for advantage. Right. If you're leaning across getting advantage on a play, he was going the other way. Like, exactly. He wasn't even getting an advantage on a defender because he reacted faster. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. Like, it was a poor call. Great finish by Lacazette.
I love those rooftop finishes in the box.
Yeah.
I love those. It's like instinctual. You know what I mean? He's just boom, got it.
Yep.
I think all scoring should be reviewed. Too much money on the line. You should review it if it's a goal. You should review it if it's a goal and they raise the flag for offside. You should review all that shit if it's scoring. Nothing else. But I mean, those things. Purists always tell you, that's part of being a football fan is the debate and the banter. But fuck that. It costs us a point,
Yeah. And I mean, that's, everybody can fake it and act like they love that debate and banter. But, if they really think about it, there's many a time where they were raging and ready to fight some guy in a bar over that.
Right. Stoke City fans, they don't even talk about it because they know he was onside. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
fuck them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think if you're already kind of tinkering around with video replay, I mean, you might as well just throw that in the mixer. Fuck it, and just be done with it from that point on. Let's see. Go ahead.
Couple other notes on players. I think I saw exactly what you were really been pointing out from time to time. Welbeck, I thought hustled his ass off, but was out of sorts at the end of his runs. At the
most important time, a striker needs to have all his sorts in front of goal.
Yeah,
he just runs around too much, man. You got to pace yourself. Pace yourself.
Yeah, he's got to realize that we got other athletes on the field too. So I understand hustle is important, but man, I mean, if you're just going to run yourself ragged, like
Yeah, to the point where you can't do what you're supposed to do. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love Danny for his effort, and, his commitment. But at the same time, you gotta, it's time for him to start, getting to that level where, we can count on you to, some strikers, you watch them, they break away. You're like, he's going to score a goal, and most of the time you're like that with Danny, but sometimes you're like,
right.
He gonna miss that one. Watch.
Hey, he's gonna stub his toe and start, and the arms are gonna start flying. And
exactly. So, okay. Who else? Xhaka, poor. Bellerin's final ball, still poor. I can't even get on him now. When you start playing young motherfuckers out of position, that fucks with them. Especially soft fools like, Bellerin. So,
I thought Ox I thought was wonderful.
Great runs. But, his final ball, he looked like he still don't really know what to really do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can deal with it. He's electrifying, and he's more threatening consistently throughout the game than some other people. One in particular I'm going to talk about. That's how we're going to close the show. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to guess who it is. Like, you already know who it's going to be. I'm getting all fired up just talking about it. Go ahead.
Ox, this new formation is really good for Ox. His what we want him to do is way more defined, and he does it well. Like, set a guy up and get by him and get past everybody and make things happen. Like,
definitely, it seems like he's got a lot more space on either wing, whichever wing he plays on, to really get going. Like, it just seems like he's consistently putting on more runs throughout the game. What did you think about Wenger subs? I thought he subbed out the wrong people. He subbed out Blockhead, Kolasinac, and he subbed out Lacazette. And he kept Danny on, maybe one more, but yeah, week 1 he got him all right. This week I thought he got him all wrong. I thought you got to leave Kolasinac out there. Shit.
Well, here's the deal. The one thing I noted about Kolasinac was I blame that. I don't know if I guess I blame it on Wenger, but like I thought he got used wrong, or he got instructed wrong, or they played him in the wrong position or something. But the beauty, or what's going to be important about his position or how he plays that position, is when he decides to join the attack and when he decides he has to stay back.
Right.
And I
think out of all of them,
back too much. He just stayed back too much.
Yeah. I think out of all of them, that the wing back or the left wing back type player or the right wing back or whoever, he does that better than all of them. You know what I mean? So he should have more freedom, whereas Bellerin maybe shouldn't have as much freedom, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then, he doesn't feel confident about putting Bellerin like on a back line or something, but.
Well, yeah, no, I just meant at that. No, I know what you're saying, but I just meant at that left wing back, which is, you would hope that's where, that's where he plays.
Which brings attention back to, like I said earlier, like what's the state of our defenders, our back line? Like,
right.
Like, how many people are injured and not around, and how long is Gabriel out for? And
he's gone. He's already went to Valencia. They sold him.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, because I'm up on everything, you guys. I took the summer off, motherfuckers. I took the summer off. No.
Nah, you're all good. Let me ask you a question. Okay, we're going to end it on this. We'll talk about this for a little bit, and then we'll get out of here. What if I said a player has played? Guess who this player? Look at me. You know what I mean? I thought about this shit. He played 20 minutes versus Leicester City, had 3 touches. And he played 16 minutes versus Stoke City and had 4 touches. Who would you say that is?
That sounds like Giroud.
Soon as my brother read it to me, I knew. No, that's not Giroud.
No? Oh, even Theo. Theo.
Bingo. He's got to go.
Little knucklehead Theo with his hair conked.
He went full Pakistani this season. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck it. I want to be a Pakistan. You know what I mean? Listen, forget all the silliness. That fool has got to go, dude. That's not remember I was just saying about Ox and consistently throughout the game, like putting their defense under pressure. Like he's able to do that now. Theo can't do that because he can't dribble. All he can do is run fast. And I mean, to me, he's just a symbol of the entitled, soft, just dog shit mentality that needs to go, dude.
Definitely.
It just needs to go. You can throw Gibbs in that boat, and whoever, if you got a couple you want to throw in there, those are my 2. And get some defenders in. What's the state of the defense? The state of the defense is the shit ain't together. Come on.
No.
I wasn't getting all fired up. Come on.
I mean, I mean, we're already a stretch where we're starting, when we started last week's back line, Now we get Mustafi back, but we lose Holding. I know Purr was playing in the preseason. Was Purr hurt now, or he's just too old and his feet hurt?
I think it's he got cut or something in the community shield.
Oh, cut over the eye, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, he finished that game. You know what I mean? When it first happened. First happened and shit.
Hey, tell Purr to borrow one of them damn head things from Peter Cech and get his ass out there.
We still got Chambers, who he clearly doesn't trust and want to ever play. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just the dumb shit, dude. Anyway, nope. Full support. I'm with Arsenal. We signed Wenger for 2 years. I'm cool. I'm not even going to trip. I knew this shit was going to happen. All we can do is support the team. Who we got coming up, Fitty? Liverpool Sunday?
You know what? You know better than me. Is that right?
Let me check right quick. I'm pretty sure it is.
Some good entertaining football out there this weekend.
Oh yeah, great matches. Looks like it's going to be a hell of a season. I was watching Real Madrid play today, and they're really good, man.
Yeah,
but the Tottenham lost today. That was beautiful. They can't play at Wembley. They'll never get their shit together. That's beautiful.
Yeah, Conte is just entertaining.
I know. Did you see him?
That crazy.
Off the fence. He's sick. You see that Bayoko Coco with the big black dude out there fucking fools up?
Bakayoko?
Yeah.
Bakayoko?
Yeah. He was like,
what are you talking about?
He told Matic, you can go. You can go. I have better. I have bigger, blacker, better. You can go.
And while we're talking about it, I don't know if you caught this. At one point, they were panning the camera by Zuma, and he spit like half a bucket
of coffee,
like half a bucket of fucking spit. And somebody came by and scooped it up, and they took it back, and it's positive for HGH. It's HGH positive.
That's not what I saw when he went to.
That dude's got muscles in the back of his ear, in his ears and shit.
Yeah, he's an athlete too. He's an athlete. He tremendous. He says he's French, but I'm gonna go Nigerian. But anyway. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, we got Liverpool on Sunday at 10 a.m. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate, let's see, all the responses? Whatever, dude. All the fucking emails. Hit us up. Hit us up at CITMpodcast@gmail.com. Drop us a line. Let us know how we're doing. Give us a comment. You can also hit me up on Twitter at eMarshall, EMARSHO, and hit the show up at CITM Podcast. Thanks again for all your support. Fitty, what's up?
Hey, I'm at Gooner Rush on Twitter, at Gooner Rush. And thanks for shout outs, people. Love talking to you all. And we'll even give a little shout out to some of our good buddies who I just found out recently started tuning in. Pat and Gus out here in California both tuned in, and the one comment I got was from Gus that said, please cut down on the you-knows. Come on, Fitz, you could do it. Cut down on the you-knows. So I think I did a better job today.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Well, you could tell Gus we appreciate that. Keep doing this thing out there in the Bay. Pat, what's really going on? When's your horse coming out here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway.
Cajun Creed,
all the way. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Catch us next Monday. Peace. Oh, go to iTunes. Subscribe, rate, and review. And hit us up on SoundCloud. We're also on YouTube. So it's whatever, you know. I said it again.
Google it.
Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gooner Rush, and at eMarshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.